Okay, in today's video, we're going to do some game prep for our first scrimmage of the season and go over what our responsibilities, expectations, and intent should be for this first game. We're going to start by looking at our low block into a counter-attack. As a reminder, our low block shape is a 4-4-2, 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 2 forwards. The point of a low block is to reduce space for our opponents to tack in that's behind our back line and between our midfield and defensive line. This is in between lines and in between players. When playing a low block, for me, it's always the opponent's back line that is the trigger for us to attack. In this example, our opponent's back line is on the halfway line with their left back pressing up onto our right winger. Anytime our opponent's back line is that high, we have this space that we want to get the ball into as effectively and efficiently as possible. Do not hesitate and attack this space every single time they give it to us. Now, with what we've been doing in practice, we've been working to get it out into our wingers. It is our wingers' responsibility then to not play our forwards, but to play the ball in behind our opponent's back line so our attackers and opposite winger can get up there on the counter and go straight to goal. The next part of this video is our high press to an urgent finish. If a low block is how we defend in our own half, a high press will be how we defend in our opponent's half. For example, we've turned the ball over in our opponent's half, and now we must take responsibility to press all together to make sure that we win it back as quickly and as effectively as we possibly can. In this example, we are the Blues and we're playing against the Reds, and they're playing with 4 defenders, 2 defensive centre mids, 3 midfielders and 1 forward. This is how we will press them. However, this is ideals, and when they change their shape, we will also have to change our press. Our centre-backs will take responsibility of our opponent's forward, making sure if the ball gets through to them that we press together to win it back. Our outside backs, our left back and right back, will take responsibility of our opponent's wingers and try to force them to play negative or beat them in a 1v1. Next, in this example, they are playing with 1 attacking centre mid, so our defensive centre mid will go 1v1s against them and make sure that they are not able to turn and make them play backwards towards their own goal. Use your positioning and physicality to do so. In this example, our opponent's playing with 2 defensive centre mids. That means our attacking centre mid and our other defensive centre mid will push up and press in a 1v1 as high as we possibly can, aggressively as we possibly can, willing to move laterally to stay with their man so their men cannot get on the ball and turn and play them out. If you can be successful here, they will play back into their back line and it gives us the highest likelihood to score from the press. Also, if they play with 1 defensive centre mid and 2 attacking centre mids, our right defensive centre mid in this example would just sit with the left defensive centre mid, and our attacking centre mid would press on their own. Our right and left winger will press their outside backs in the hope that they make the technical error so we can immediately win it and serve us into the box or invert and take their own shots or slip through the forward. Tenacity, aggression, positioning, and making sure we're aware when it's coming to your outside back so that you can jump them and win the ball back as effectively as possible. And finally, the point of our press is our centre forward, who potentially has one of the harder jobs because they've got to manage both centre backs and potentially their goalkeeper. Your main aim is to force the centre backs to play out wide into our 1v1 situations or come inside so our 3 midfielders can win it back. However, if you do see the opportunity to win it yourself and shoot straight away, this is also an awesome option. It's going to take everybody to press successfully, and our goalkeeper is going to need to talk everybody through their press from their vantage point. If we press as one, we have a high chance of winning the ball back in their half. If we do not press collectively, we will find ourselves defending in a low block for the majority of the game. Good luck, and I will see you tomorrow on the practice field to prep for the game.